All right. Good morning, Catawba County Schools. Welcome back to the 2023-2024 school year. This is the staff video for all our incredible folks across the district. I want to welcome back our 10-month employees. Our 12-month have been here all summer, and we missed you, and we're glad to have you back. I think it's going to be a wonderful 23-24 school year. I want to start this morning, and I'm going to try to keep this as quick as possible. But there are a few things to go over. But I want to start this summer with our theme, which is Fuel Up. Fuel Up came to me as a part of John Gordon. I got to see him speak this summer. If you know John Gordon, he's an author of The Energy Bus. He has a new book out that has been impactful for me. He has several other books that he's written. A lot of motivational speaking. He's a psychologist, and his background is how to, I guess, help us in our life to be positive and joyful and get the most out of it we can. And so I heard John Gordon speak this summer, and he gave us permission to use his term fuel. And so this year, this one means a lot to me. Fuel comes from a lot of different things, but then I added up, which is not a big deal, but up is the other part of it, because I feel as educators, as people, that we need to be fueling up each day, and we need to find ways of doing that. Now, today, I'm just going to give a brief overview of what Fuel Up is and why that is our focus, mission, and vision this year. But I know that our principals and directors will be using their own type of Fuel Up with you to get your staff meetings and your departments kicked off this year. And I'm excited for them to be able to do that with you. So I want to go on to tell you what Fuel Up is. So Fuel Up is simple. Here it is. It's feed. F is feed. U is uplift. E is encourage. Love is all. Unselfish and passion. So this year, I would like you all to find a way to feed your mind, body, and soul. And you can do that in different ways, and I won't hit all of those right now, but it is super important that you find ways of doing that. You also want to uplift yourself, and you think, well, geez, Matt, why are you saying uplift yourself? Well, if you don't have a positive outlook, a joy to you, then how are you going to do that with students or staff or the community? So you got to take care of yourself first in order to, let's go to E, encourage those around you. This is super important, I think, for all of us in a world that can be kind of harsh sometimes, if you will, specifically on social media, in the news, those type of things. Folks, we've got to take time to encourage those around us. And I would say this, oftentimes, instead of just having it in your head, give that out, share that with others, encourage those around you. Love, which is my favorite. Folks, we are here to love kids. And as I give this message repeatedly to different people, I want to make sure people know what love is in this case. We're not talking about physical love. We're talking about the type of love where you care about people, you care about students, and you find ways of supporting them. You find ways of uplifting them. And that is what love is. Please make sure you understand that. I understand that like and love are different, okay? You might not like something about me. Maybe it's a laugh, a smile, or something. Geez, Matt makes the dumbest laughs or whatever. Fine, that's no problem. But we should still love one another for who we are and to help grow one another, specifically our students and our colleagues. Really in this arena of working together with our colleagues to help our students. And this doesn't matter if you're in child nutrition, if a teacher, superintendent, principal, wherever. We're here to love and to teach and to correct and to prepare our students for life after high school. And so in order to do that, I believe love is super important. The next letter is U for unselfish. And this is, you're probably saying, geez, I'm in education. Of course I'm unselfish. Yeah, absolutely. I find myself every morning praying for selflessness because my flesh wants to be selfish, and unfortunately, I think sometimes I need to really improve on that because I start getting out ahead of myself and thinking about uh, very small things when it really should be more about selfless to help others, right? So that feeling you get in your heart, those little goosebumps you get when you help others and you can see what that looks like. Again, this is with students and our staff, our community. I see all over this district where you guys collect items for food, clothes, help with shelter. We help furnish things. We educate kids. We teach right from wrong. We reflect, and so we can become better at what we do. And so I see it all the time, and I just want you to know that I see it. And secondarily, I think it's super important to fueling up. And last is passion. So, folks, I hope you don't lose your passion. Whether you've been here 40 plus years, which we have an employee who's been here more than 40 years, or if this is your first year, or if, like me, this is your 24th year in education, I never want you to lose your passion about why you applied for the job you're in. Okay. Is it maintenance? Is it technology? Is it a principal, assistant principal? Is it a director? Is it a teacher? Whatever it is, why did you apply? And when you first applied, how do you bring that passion still, right? And I said this yesterday to a group, and I think this is so important. Folks, every year we get a new crop of kindergartners. Every year we have new students that come to us in different grade levels. And every year we prepare our seniors to graduate and go to the next level. And folks, that takes passion, that takes energy. And what I want us to do, and as I speak to myself, I look myself in the mirror when I say this, is if I'm starting year 24, I want to bring the same passion and energy and love as I brought when I started year one. All right. Now, the great thing for me is I've got 24 years of wisdom in between there I've learned, but now I can apply the wisdom with the passion, and I'm so excited to do that this year. I implore you, I pray for you, and I hope you're able to do that each day. So, folks, in a world of social media, in a world of news where it feels like there's a lot of negative, this year, folks, let's fuel up. Feed your mind, body, and soul. Uplift yourself, encourage others, love the people around you. You might not like what they're doing, and that's okay, but we still love them where they're at. And be unselfish. Remember, that is a cure for your selfishness as well as it helping others. And lastly, bring that passion every day to Catawba County Schools and never lose your why and shine your joy. Folks, I got to tell you that I can't wait to get out in the schools and see you. I can't wait to see our kids. I know Jumpstart's already starting, and we've got our mandatory work days. We've got open houses and all these things, all for you to shine that joy and show your students and your community why you do what you do. You love kids, whether it's a child nutrition, maintenance, superintendent, teacher, etc. And that's what we're going to do this year, folks. I'm going to have more about this as I continue to send messages out. But folks, I pray that you're able to fuel up each and every day and seek people around you. If you get in a negative place, let's help our family out here in Catawba County Schools. All right, let's look at some highlights this year. I'm changing the communication method. Last year I did it weekly, and I think it was really great. I loved doing the We See Yous, and that was a lot of fun. What I realized is it's just a lot of time for people to try to tune in. So what I'm going to do is a monthly video this time. Also, our cabinet will be creating a newsletter that will come out directly after the video each month. I do ask all staff members to watch this or read it. We're giving choices here. Maybe you're a reader, maybe you're not a video person, but we do ask you to read it. Why is that? Matt, I'm in maintenance. Why do I need to read that? I work at Snow Creek. I'm in pre-K. Why do I need to read that? I'm at Sherrills Ford Elementary in 5th grade. Why is that important to me? I'll tell you why. We've got 2,200 employees here in Catawba County Schools. I'm proud of every one of you. I'm proud of all your work, and I want the message out about what we do and how we do it every day. I want fact to supersede fiction. I want fact to supersede fiction, right? There's a lot of fiction out there. Let's focus on the fact. I got 2,200 mouthpieces. If you're not sure of something, don't communicate something you're unsure of. Communicate the facts, right? And so I want you all to be the mouthpiece for that. Folks, I wouldn't trade in Catawba County Schools for nothing in the world. It's one of the best places I've ever been, with the best people, a wonderful community. The kids are phenomenal. All that being said is I want the real picture, the real world, real word to get out. The other thing I'm going to be doing too is you'll probably see me in your schools with different folks through the school year, because I want to show you off. I gave this example yesterday. How many of you have a dog, a cat, a lizard, I don't know, or a kid or a grandkid that you love so much? Do you keep it a secret? No, you don't keep it a secret. You share it. Hey, let me tell you what my grandkid did yesterday. Let me tell you what my kid did. You should have seen my dog do this, right? I think of you all as the same way. I want not only the Catawba County to see us first and foremost, I want North Carolina to see it, and I wouldn't mind if the whole United States saw it. I'm that proud of you. We're doing great stuff here in Catawba County Schools, and I'm so thankful for you. So that's going to be the communication plan. I'll also be doing Fuel Up with our students. I'll be sending a message out to parents, and I'm so excited. This is a triangle thing, and nothing works unless the whole triangle is put together. We've got our parents, we've got our students, and we've got our staff, and they all have to work together, all for this focal point of the student, right? Regardless of what position you're in. All right, so that's how we're going to communicate this year. I also want to let you know this Viva Engage, as you see on the screen, is replacing Workplace. You'll see in this email I sent out and Marty Sharp sends out, you have to log into Viva Engage in order to be a member of it, right? And we want everyone to log in, and that way you have access to these videos. And the purpose of you logging in is, and I'll always attach the video to the email, but let's say you never log in, you can't get the video. I'll also try to do a YouTube attachment as well. All that to be said is we'd love to see you in Viva Engage. I know our principals and directors are talking about that. And again, that's not something I'm asking you to get bogged down in every day. Not at all. You know, if you're able to take a look at it once a week or share, some folks have time each day. Some folks don't, and that's okay. But I do want us to see the great work that's happening from Sherrills Ford Elementary to Bannock to St. Stephen's High School and all the way down to Maiden and everyone in between. Great work is happening. I want you to see it. I want fact to separate from fiction. All right. And I look forward to getting those messages out later this week or next week. All right, here's some highlights in our operations department. We got new bus radios. That's exciting. If you drive a bus, that's exciting for us. If you have nothing to do with buses, it might not be exciting, but it is for us. School nutrition, we have more eligible students this year due to our community expansion. Quest is doing really well. I think we're almost filled in all our positions, which is very difficult, but our before and after school care program is one of the best. Thank you to all our Quest folks. Maintenance and construction, wrapping up St. Stephen's High School, and all those people at St. Stephen's High School said amen. And Maiden E, you're about ready to embark on this move, hopefully in the next year or so. But the great things are happening at Maiden E. Also, too, we are in the process of finishing all the safety vestibules. The last one is Maiden Middle School. Maiden High School is being put up right now. We have a plan for Maiden Middle here moving forward. We have, I know too, please make note that if you're having air issues or anything like that, like we start the school year, please let your principal know. They'll put a work order in. If your room is too hot, please go to another room, right? We do have, obviously, air conditioning failures right now due to the fact it's 100 gazillion degrees out there. And I will tell you this, there are things on back order. So please be patient. Principals, help our teachers find a location where they can educate kids. And principals, if you're out of room, give us a call. We'll figure something out. Maintenance, thank you all. I know how hard you all are working and what you've done this summer. If you hadn't seen the summer video, by the way, check it out. All our floor crews, all our internships, all our summer feeding, just absolutely wonderful the work that took place this summer. So thank you all. All right, what's new in curriculum instruction? This is the big one. This is a whole new focus. We've turned the tides here. We're moving from PD, professional development, mandated PD, you sit and get, and maybe you take back, to instructional coaches, where these are your colleagues that can sit down with you, help plan, come observe, give you feedback. Has nothing to do with evaluation, nothing to do with your principal, nothing to do with me. It's all about receiving support where it all goes down. And folks, where it all goes down is in each classroom in Catawba County Schools. And I'm super excited about that. That's there for support. And folks, and some of you are thinking, geez, I'm the best teacher in the world. You probably are the best teacher in the world. And that's okay. Use these folks. Maybe you're struggling with something. Maybe something's going well. Hey, let us come in and take a look so we can share it with others. Maybe you're struggling. Use this to help, all right? Maybe you just want to bounce some ideas off. But our instructional coaches are there. They've received training, and they're excited to get to know you and the feeders. I think it'll be great. We're also starting our durable skills this year from Portrait of a Graduate. Our own Catawba County people made this. Teachers, counselors, directors. I'm so excited. This will help guide our students from grade 6-12 on durable skills to be employable, to be kind, to work together, teamwork, all those good things. And we're excited about those durable skills lessons. Paxton Patterson is coming to our middle schools. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Paxton Patterson's the name of the company, but what it is a series of labs where our students will explore our different pathways to help open their minds to different occupations. And then in high school, they can take those pathways. Middle school CTE teachers, thank you for doing that. Dr. Eisenhower and to our whole CTE staff, great job with this. I look forward to seeing our labs up and going here soon. I also want to tell you, too, I got to see our new science kits for middle school this year. I'm so pumped. Thank you, Ms. Goodson, and all our folks who put those together. Science teachers, middle school, you are in for a treat. Can't wait to see those labs taking place. All right, I just wanted to hit one more thing here. And elementary, the training for letters is still going, of course, for our new folks that have come into the system. But hopefully, we should have all our experienced folks done at this time. All right, technology department. You want to talk about busy, busy, busy. These folks have put in, we have 1,600 new wireless access points, 136 network switches. Now, what that is, I've got no idea. I just know it takes a lot of time, work, and effort to put those in. And then all of a sudden, bam, we have internet. Marty, and thanks to all our technology folks. Thank you for all your hard work behind the scenes. All our brand new Chromebooks for high school kids, and middle school is next. So get ready for that middle school next year. And we do have a new firewall. This is interesting. Our firewall will now go through the Department of Public Instruction. That you probably don't care anything about that, but just note that when we have firewall issues, we're going to have to work with DPI, and sometimes we know what that is when that happens. But hopefully, this even makes us stronger. Why is a firewall important? Number one, we don't want our students and staff data getting out. We don't want people holding us ransom. We don't want folks getting into your personal life. I think some of you were getting text messages from me this summer. That was not me, obviously. So somehow people get my name and they put it out there, or they get your name and give it out. The whole idea of the firewall is to protect us out in the internet world. Hey, and no budget yet. So unfortunately, that means no pay raises yet. But I'm hearing maybe mid-September they'll back pay from that. So just hold tight. That's coming. I don't know what that's going to look like. There might be some other things embedded in the budget bill that we might have to adjust to. That would be another reason I would do a video to update everybody on the budget, what that means, and where we're at. I also want to say this. 7 years ago, when I got here, we as a team worked together on scaling back expenditures because our student population had decreased, but we were still doing a lot of things that the original when in the glory days of 17,000 students in Catawba County Schools. Since that time, because of you, our directors, our finance secretaries, Carla and her leadership, folks, we have a fund balance that can support us for months, and we're thankful for that. The other thing that our finance department has done, and I also want to credit Mr. Sigmund, our Title I folks, great job. But we do know that the financial cliff is coming for the ESSER dollars at the end of this year. We have saved money so it won't be a complete drop off, but we'll have to scale back next year with some things because we can't get the fund balance back to nothing again. But we have saved, so we don't have to just drop everything. We'll figure out through the course of this year what is most important, most effective, and then we'll hopefully try to find ways of continuing to receive funds either from our local government, our state government, or use some of our fund balance to help fund those things. But I'm thankful for everyone's hard work in doing that. So great job, finance department. And then lastly, our human resource department, let me tell you about how busy they've been. We've hired nearly 200 people this summer. Folks, that's a lot of people. And we're working on classified evaluations. Thank you. We want to really match that up to what you all are doing, less vague and more specific. The other thing is we're starting a new Aspiring Administrators Leadership Academy again. We've done that before, and we are looking to grow our folks. So that's coming soon. Look for more about that. All right, some points of emphasis I share with our administrators. This is important because this is how I've asked our admin team to lead with you. And that is I want a culture of teacher and staff efficacy. I want to create an environment where people want to work and learn. Well, I've talked about this forever. I look at the pie chart there, our attitude and commitment, all those 6 things in the middle play a very key role to that. I want them to use that as vocabulary across this district. I want us to fuel up. I want us to feed each other. I want us to build off of each other. I want us to highlight our strengths. I want us to market those things. Like I told you, I want the world to see the great things. It should not be a hidden secret that Catawba County Schools is not only a great place to work and learn, they're effective. And I can't wait for that to come out later. Folks, we got Viva Engage, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. However, Kim Jordan does a great job with that. Schools are hopping on board. So we want to market those things and get it out there, obviously following privacy laws for students. But again, it's not about bragging about ourselves as much as it is about educating the people who live in this community and state about what's really happening here in Catawba County Schools. And folks, we did the whole trust build last year. We're going to continue with trust. And folks, you guys know how I feel about this. What is trust? It's transparency, it's effective communication, and it's truth. Now, I got to tell you, love is truth. Truth is love as well. And we all love the love. We all like the love. Sometimes the truth can sting a little bit. It's not personal, it's professional. And sometimes we need to talk about some truths in order to do what's best for kids and our staff and continue to do great things here in Catawba County Schools. I just talked to him about using this graphic. This should be common vocabulary around the district. All right, safety, of course. Here we go. Keep those exterior doors and windows locked. See something, say something, and wear your ID badge. Look, beginning teachers, I didn't have mine on during there, but I got it. I'm getting back on track here. You'll never see me in a school without it. So all staff, please wear your badges and where they're visible and see something, say something. You know, we still have that tip line. All staff in this district, we also have Rave, the Rave app. If you download that app, it's not mandatory, but if you download that app, it gives you more access to be able to alert your whole campus that there may be an issue. And it may not even be a lockdown situation. Maybe it's a health issue that you need your MERC team to respond to. So safety is a point of emphasis. Social media is always a point of emphasis. I'd love to see students decrease social media, get off phones. I just think more and more studies are going to come out here and have started coming out about the detriment of social media for kids. Dan Moore and I always say if they would have asked us that 7 years ago, we could have told them that. But actual research takes time. Please exercise caution on your personal social media. Can you have social media and work in Catawba County schools? Absolutely. Never friend students. And please stay away from hot button topics. Anything that can hurt your employment would be hot button. I said to beginning teachers, if you start airing out all your opinions about politics and social this and social that, I will tell you something, you might alienate half your parents. And if half the parents are alienated, then you don't have a job because they don't want you as a teacher. They don't want you as a bus driver. They don't want you as a superintendent. So please be very careful with that. I say that to you to protect you. Please make sure you have all your restrictions put up there for social media. Again, I think social media can be good if used properly. So supervision, this is a big deal. I always talk about this. You have a supervision plan at your schools, but keep your eyes and ears open. And most importantly, when you have your eyes and ears open, do the next step. Use correction as a way to teach students from right and wrong. High school, middle school students, even elementary, to hear foul language is unacceptable. I don't expect to hear that in the classrooms. I don't expect to hear that in the hallways. I don't expect to hear it on the band field, ROTC field, athletic field. It's unacceptable. We teach them right from wrong. Unfortunately, kids listen to stuff that when it's down the well, it comes up in the bucket. And sometimes they replace real words with negative words. And we need to fix that. We need to teach kids what it's like to be in a professional environment. Folks, we believe in right and wrong here, and we believe in law and order. And what I mean by that is not cruel and unusual, but in order to have class, we got to have law and order. I've talked to principals about that. They're on board. Staff, please make sure that we correct students. I use the example of foul language, but here's the other one I want to give too, is just being unkind to one another. We've got to teach kids it's not okay to put others down for whatever reason. Is it because of their family? Is it because of what they're wearing? And listen, I know we do a good job with this, but I wouldn't feel good about myself unless A, I modeled that when I come out to your schools, and B, you all know it. It's a point of emphasis, and you do it each and every day. And again, we don't need to be cruel and unusual when we're doing those things. We can be kind and loving, but we've got to correct it, and that's super important. All right, Parent Square, Student Square. Those of you who've been here, that's how we communicate with parents and students in high school. Student Square. It is the only communication tool unless it's email and phone. Just a reminder: keep those phone messages or keep those emails short and be careful of tone in there. I always prefer a phone call. I've said this for 7 years. Phone calls work out much better. Everybody knows your heart and mind a lot better. I encourage you to use phone calls, and specifically positive phone calls whenever possible. That's a big deal. Those of you who are parents and have ever gotten a positive phone call from the teacher or administrator, man, it will make your day. Or a message on Parent Square. It's just great stuff. I've seen teachers do a lot of great things with that. Thank you. Keep it up. And if you haven't done it, please start. And if you're new, please do. All right, political and societal issues. This is pretty important. Folks, we teach the standard course of study. We don't teach that Matt Stover's better than anyone else. We teach what's in the standard course of study. That's staff with students, staff with staff. Let's keep it professional. This is we live in a world of polarism on either side of wherever you're at. Folks, school is still the safe place. This is a safe place for kids. It's a safe place for our staff. I don't want to have issues amongst our staff, and I don't want to have folks thinking that we're trying to indoctrinate any student, because we don't and we will not. You guys do a great job of that. In 7 years, I've had 3 issues. In 7 years, I've had 3 issues. Now, I don't know how many principals have dealt with, but 3 out of the, now, how many occurrences could that have been? So let's keep it standard course of study, teach right from wrong, and being kind. Hey, this is the other thing too, folks. I think this is really important. I'm not telling you not to work. I think when you're at work, you should work hard, stick to it, get after it. But also know that you got to rest. I would encourage you to avoid emails after hours. and I would encourage you to avoid those on the weekend. I know if I went to Marty Sharp and said, Marty, let's turn email off at 5 o'clock on Friday and not let it come on until 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. on Monday, that wouldn't work. But because I know sometimes you absolutely have to, but I'm empowering you not to when you need to take a break. The other thing I want to say too that's super really important about communication is timely communication. Timely communication. So this is something that I have dealt with, unfortunately, multiple times, and that is hey, I sent somebody an email or I left them a message and I hadn't heard back from them. Then I follow up with the employee and I say, hey, this person said they hadn't heard back from you. And they said, oh yeah, I just hadn't had time to respond yet. I get it, no problem. But when you first get the message and or email, when you have time in that in a what reasonable amount of time, if you can't answer, then just let them know you received it and you'll be back in touch, right? And that's just the professional thing to do. I know you're all busy, whether you're a TA or child nutrition, again, maintenance, teacher, principal, whatever. Matt, that's super important. Just let them know, okay, I got your message and I will be back in touch with you as soon as I can. Maybe you got to get more information. Maybe you just don't have time. You're a 30-minute planning and, hey, I'm going to star this one and get back to you tomorrow. Whatever it is, just let them know you got it. I think that's really important, and we want to offer that to our community, our parents and students. The other one last thing I want to say is, again, body language speaks 1,000 words too. So when you communicate with folks, just know that your body language is also a big deal there. That's a point of emphasis. I didn't type it in there, but it's also part of communication. All right, folks, probably went longer than what I wanted and that you wanted to listen, but I think it's really important. Folks, we're going to have a great 23-24 school year, and I look forward to seeing you out in the schools very soon. Hey, folks, find ways of fueling up and fueling out. Have a good day.